It is another beautiful Saturday. The thing about Max Clark is he better be a fucking superstar because if Wyatt Langford goes out and hits nukes for the Rangers and Max Clark is new shit, I could buy a dragon. That would
There!
You had to invest in one business with half your winnings. What are you investing the money into?
Easy, Pornhub.
What the?
That's why you don't do drugs, kid. Next question. Is Michigan going to win the Natty? Because I think Michigan's going to win the Natty.
Gonna need to run it down their fucking throat and will.
$200 you lost last year.
300.
People would think of Jamal Murray and he would just have been a role player.
What? What's going on, people? We are back. It is another Wednesday evening, which can only mean one thing. It is Ride the Tide Sports Podcast. The NHL playoffs are in full swing. The NBA playoffs, full swing. Playoff time has arrived, as you see by the title of this video, and God damn it, am I excited to get into it. We got four of the fellas joining you. We got Tycho, live from his garage. We got Donnie, live from an undisclosed location. And we have... Why not? Make it interesting for the people. Let them wonder. And then we have the one and only, the Wanderer, who's from who knows, where knows, wandering thereabout.
What's up, boys?
Howdy.
Everybody
We
excited?
love being live from the garage.
Oh, yeah. Tyler, live from the garage with the cowboy hat on.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous. I wish I had a cowboy hat right now.
Not too late. Go get one.
I don't own one.
No, I didn't say that. I said go get
Oh,
one.
wait, I do own one.
You do own one.
I do.
Don't dare stop.
You could make things...
Scared the shit out of me. Yeah,
No, you would have thought Jake saw a ghost.
We all saw her just pop in the background, and Jake was the only one that reacted.
I forgot she was here. I'm not gonna lie.
But anyways, it's Ride the Tide.
Oh, maybe she's
Like
gonna
I
get my.
said- Oh,
Wow,
Yes, she
Jake,
is.
things are starting to click in that little brain of yours,
she
eh?
is.
Hey, the
Playoff
hamster's
time
turning.
has arrived. We'll kick it off starting with NBA. Then we'll get to because you know what? I don't normally give you guys a rundown. So how about I'll be nice. We're gonna do NBA. We're gonna do NHL. We're gonna do Dylan's question for the pod, which everyone got to know except for Jesse. Sorry, Jesse, you showed up right on time. And then we got picks. Bada bing, bada boom.
Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds. Lillard, long-range three. And it's good! At the buzzer! Damian Lillard! The lob. Again! Oh, what a monster jam by DeAndre Jordan!
All right, NBA playoffs are here in full swing. Some series are of one game, some series have two, but we're going to talk about all of them. Let's kick it off with the Cleveland. Oh, we got a comment real quick. What's going on, Eric? How's it going, fella?
Howdy, Eric. Welcome.
Hello, fellas. What's up, Eric?
What's
We're talking
happening,
NBA playoffs.
Hell yeah. First game that we have to get to is the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Miami Heat. They only played one game. The Cavaliers won 121. The Heat had 100. Donovan Mitchell put up 30 points, leading the way. And obviously, the main sum of this series is, will the Heat win one game?
I think they win one.
Okay.
I think they win.
You do?
They win game 4.
With the little, we're up 3-0. We're just playing. If we beat you, we beat you. We want the sweep, but we don't mind going back home.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think they win 0 games.
I kind of have to. That's
I
how
think
feel.
that Cleveland is a powerhouse, and I think that the Heat are buns.
I think the last couple of years, Cleveland has been a powerhouse in the regular season, and they come into playoff basketball, and they don't have what they had in the regular season. This is the first year where I'm really not worried about that. I think Cleveland is the same team in the postseason that they're going to be in the regular season, and that's fucking terrifying for a 10-seed play-in Heat team.
Yep.
Jakob?
Yeah. I think the Heat are just a massive play-in tournament team,
Uh-huh.
and And I don't think they stand a chance against the Cavs. The Cavs have proven all year that they're a top-notch team. And hats off to the Heat to make it out of the play-in tournament. They were a 10 seed technically. They were the last play-in tournament.
Yeah,
last seed to play-in. So
Cleveland
hats
won
off to them
64
for
games.
making the playoffs. Your season's going to end in a 4-0 sweep. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I can't even do that. I'm keeping my hat on for that.
Yeah,
Also,
gotta
Dylan,
agree.
shout out to you for not starting with Baby Braun, but Eric really wants you to start with Baby Braun. He knows you got a thing for him.
Every pod I get crucified by these motherfuckers for talking about Baby Braun, and the one pod I don't have anything about Braun, and everybody's gonna, you know what, Eric, you saying that means more to me than you will ever know. Thank you, Eric. I do it for the people just like you. All right, Jake's getting his cowboy hat back on, I'm assuming, or maybe, I don't know what he's doing. I thought he was doing something that got me excited. Next game that we have to talk about is the Boston Celtics and the Orlando Magic. Whoa. So game number 1 happened, and it was pretty much Boston's defense saying, no, you're not going to have any fun. 86 points is not going to win you any basketball game, especially when you're playing the number 2 seed Boston Celtics. And then Kristaps Porzingis decided that he was going to become a 3-point specialist again, because sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. And, that didn't really factor in.
That man
Game 2
Porzingis is
today.
probably the most inconsistent. I can shoot threes. Wait, no, I can't shoot threes, motherfucker, of all time.
Game 2 is in an hour, so I will say this is the closest game that we will be talking about to the start of from the pod to the start. But I know we still all have Celtics winning in 5 or 6. So
I think it's 4.
This I
Okay.
don't think. This I think the Magic will win a game because
I
they
do
got
as well.
they
I
got
think the
Paulo,
Magic
and
will
Paulo's
take
gonna
1 or
have
2.
himself a game where I think he himself wins them 1 game. But it has to be like Celtics aren't making shots, blah 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 blah. Paulo game. So I think they get one of those, but yeah, they're not. They're not making it.
Tatum's out game 2.
yes, this is also a good
That
point.
could be-
Tatum, they do
that
have
could
Tatum
be
game
it.
2.
So if
see.
Orlando can steal one in Boston and then go back home tied 1-1, why not take 2 or maybe go 3-1? Look, I like Orlando. I get they don't have the talent that Boston does or the star power, but they got
Jake has
they
the want to.
remind me of our Detroit Pistons. They got that young squad who's hungry and wants to play. Why not be worrisome of them?
Jesse is bubbling.
This Celtics team is so fucking deep. Like, Tatum's out. With Brown, with Bouchard, Pritchard, whatever. Derek White, Porzingis.
I'm not saying the Magic's going to win the series here,
I,
but
I understand, but I
No,
don't-
I think this is why Jesse is so confident that it could be a 4-0.
they can sweep the hell out of the Magic.
Yeah.
I won't argue with you. I mean, it's
No,
totally
that's a good.
possible.
I see where you're coming from. I just think that we're on the side where you have no Tatum game 2. You have a situation where if you can steal 1 in Boston,
This
your
is-
odds of taking 1 in Orlando go up significantly. So I think that's kind of where we're all looking at it.
You
Their
lose
best
with
bet
no
is tonight.
Tatum, you're cooked.
Yeah, if they go down 2-0, I assume they'll probably go down 3-0, and then maybe they'll get a game, but probably not. 100%. All right, next series that we got to talk about is one we're probably going to spend a little more time on because it is the hometown boys. We have the New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons. So, game number 1, the Knicks won. The pretty much moral of the story there was New York took advantage of a 21-0 run in the 4th quarter. I watched Jakob go from a happy little kid on Christmas Day to somebody who just said, Santa isn't real and no presents for you. It was a sad sight to see, but then we bounced back with game number 2 with Cade Cunningham throwing up 33 points, 12 rebounds, and a double-double, powering Detroit's first win since 2008 to bring it back home for game
Fucking
3.
love it.
And no Isaiah Stewart in that game as well.
No Isaiah Stewart. We won't even talk about the fact that Malik Beasley and Tim Hardaway went 1 for 16 from 3. Look,
You can definitely talk about it.
Detroit proved that when things go south, they can still find a way to win.
Jake,
They've
if
had
I'm not
the-
mistaken, I think we were 6 of 27 from 3.
That's
As
correct,
a
Tyler.
team,
That's correct.
okay, that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I just knew the
6
Malik
of
Beasley Hardaway
27,
thing.
and we still won by what, 6?
We're not a 3-point
Wow.
shooting team outside of Beasley and
Hell
Hardaway.
no.
Those are our 2 guys.
We won by 3, but yeah.
We win by hard
I couldn't remember.
defense, and we've had the Knicks number all year because they got a bunch of soft fucking pussy babies on their team. Brunson.
Every time Brunson gets touched, it looks like he got shot in the back of the head. It's fucking crazy.
All getting fucking
The ghost of Dylan. The ghost of Dylan speaks.
he
Correct.
might as well be in fucking WWE. The way they're acting, oh my
He
god,
sells better than Dolph Ziggler in
he's
his
so
prime.
fucking good at acting. It's crazy. And you know what? I love this Pistons team. I'm so happy to see them fucking take one in New York like they have all fucking year, giving New York the run for their money. New York's not coming out of this series alive. Detroit in 6 at the very least. No 7 games.
Let me tell you why I'm confident.
Okay.
Back-to-back games, 8-point lead going into the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Game 1, you blow it. You suck.
Mhm.
Everyone doubts you. Everyone
21-0
says,
run is
this is exactly
insane.
what we expected. You're too young. You're too inexperienced. You can't do it in the playoffs. The coach of the fucking year goes back to the drawing board. New plan for the fourth quarter. Same plan rest of the game. New plan for the fourth quarter. Stick it out, win the game. This team, quick to adapt, tryhards, absolute athletes. Pistons in 6.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to the other side of the stage of the people who have the Knicks winning this series. Starting with Jesse.
Here's the thing. If we're going to keep playing this hard and the fouls are going to be so thin, the Knicks are in absolute trouble. Because if they're going to let these boys play, the Knicks are losing. The Knicks can't.
Jesse, did you hear what their fucking coach said, the Knicks coach?
Yeah, how he was complaining.
He bitched about fouls.
Yeah, he did. He did.
The difference was 2.
Yeah.
Total fouls.
It was getting called both ways.
No, game 1, the refs were calling everything. Game 2, the refs were calling nothing. And then I want to interject here because this kind of goes into
I want to
my
keep
point.
it on Jesse, though. I did interrupt.
I do want to interject just because, Jesse, I'm with you. And I think that if this game turns into a foul-heavy series, which I believe that it will, Pistons are going to be cooked because the Pistons play physical, bad boy basketball, and this league is softer than baby shit. And they won't allow it.
I'm not going to lie. I watched Cade get smacked twice on the same layup. No call. I'm like, they're hooping. Like, they're just letting them hoop. But the thing is, Stu hasn't played. And the thing about that is, Stu fouled out the last game he played. If Stu plays and then is out and we're back to normal, I think it's worse than Stu not playing.
Well, yeah, JB needs to have a conversation with Beef Stu being like, we love the competitiveness, we love the energy, but we need you on the court. You can't keep arguing with these motherfucking refs over bullshit that we know is bullshit and getting all these stupid fouls and shit because
Look, what I'll
need
say
you.
is, I guarantee you he told that to Jalen Duren because he said, we need you on the court because he had 3 fouls in the first quarter of the first game. And Jalen Duren did not do that in the second game. So I guarantee you if Isaiah Stewart was playing a game 2, he would have done the same type of thing.
Yeah,
These guys listen.
That's why like
And he
you
knows
said,
how to coach.
That's what a Coach of the Year candidate that is now come out would do.
Go
One
ahead, Jesse.
more thing. The fact that Cat did not take a shot in the fourth isn't
He's a bitch.
going to happen again. It's not going to happen again.
You're fired.
Every time he shoots a basketball, it sounds like I'm watching porn, bro, when he's mic'd up. What the fuck? L1 fouled me. It's ridiculous, bro. They posted his mic'd up shit the other week, and they've been doing it throughout the year. It's crazy when he doesn't get caught. He looks around and goes, what? Help me. It's bad, man.
He's the sassy one of the NBA.
I know he's sassy and
Look.
zesty and all this, but it's
This all-
too much, man. It's
this-
too much.
This all comes back to what I feel like I say, maybe not so often on the pod, but around you guys, I feel like I say it a lot, maybe outside of this. You cannot have too much star power on one team. It does not work most of the time. Golden State in the late 2010 or 2019, whatever, they're not a great example of what I'm about to say. But anyway,
Excellent.
you have too much star
Look at the
power on one
Suns.
team. You cannot expect to have all of these all-star superstar guys to move the ball around. They all expect the ball to be in their hand. So when you got a team like the Knicks who's got Brunson, Cat, you got all the star power. Well, they might not all be superstars, but they're all stars, regardless what anyone says. I believe that. And
Yeah.
you can't have all of that. Nobody knows who to put the ball. Whose ball is it at the end of the game when it comes to crunch time? Who do you give it to? Like Justin said, Cat
agree.
cannot shoot 0 shots in the fourth quarter. That's ridiculous. He's too good to not have the ball in his hands.
I agree, and I think it goes back to the thing. If you look at the NBA, most just duos are kind of what run most of it. Kobe and Shaq, Brown and this. So you could Google so many examples. That's kind of what it is. You need your right-hand man in the main. And I think the problem is the Knicks are looking at it like Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart are that duo, and it's just Cat. Well, the problem is you're paying Cat how much? He's making how much to be an all-star? How many times to do no points in the fourth quarter? I just think that's the problem. Is the NBA works better in a duo type system. Luka, Bron, whatever you want to like that. I just don't think.
Need a Batman, a Robin, and a third option who is fully capable.
Yeah, I agree.
You need
to do what
they're role players.
That's why the Lakers have it
You
perfect.
need-
They got Luka, they got Bron, and they know that AR-15 can go out and drop 30 every other night. Sorry to make it about the Lakers, but I'm just saying they
You're
kind of
good.
have it set up perfect right now.
The last thing I'll say about this series, hats off to Paul Reed and Jalen Duren for not looking like small centers anymore.
I didn't know who Paul Reed was before this series.
They are two tall, skinny guys who have no meat on their bones that didn't get bullied around game 2 like they did game 1.
No, I now know who he is. So
Not even a
yeah,
little bit.
good job, Paul. I agree.
That's the
Paul
last thing I'll
Reed,
say
not
about
Paul
the
Rudd, right?
Paul Reed, not Paul Rudd. Yeah,
Gotcha.
no, Paul Rudd's like a 6-foot white guy. We don't.
No, it's Paul Rudd.
Okay.
Okay.
All
What's
right.
going on,
You know,
There
Aaron?
it goes. My
All
kid's
right.
soccer practice is more entertaining. Listening
No, I
to
saw
Jake
this pop up a
talk.
minute ago, and I was really hoping it wasn't going to make an appearance.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate you even. I'm glad. Eric, my bad.
Next game, next series. We got honestly, the series I feel the most vindicated right now because I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who rode the Pacers in 6, and everyone else rode the Bucks. And the Pacers right now are up 2-0.
Let
Game
me
number-
say this. I'm glad we didn't get the Pacers round 1.
Yeah, game number 1 did not have Damian Lillard, but honestly, Tyrese Halliburton said that doesn't mean shit, dropped a double-double. Game number 2, Damian Lillard returned, and Halliburton dropped another double-double, 21 points, 12 assists. Giannis had 36 points, 12 rebounds, but it hasn't mattered. And now the Bucks are 2-7 in their last 9 playoff games.
Guess what? The Bucks are gonna tie this series up, and the Pacers are gonna be shitting their fucking pants. You wanna know why they're gonna tie it up? Because Damian, he might have came out, he might have acted wild and shot crazy. But in his head, it's because he can't stop thinking about the fact that Halliburton calls it Tyrese time. He's getting sick of it. He's like, if he points to his hand one more time and says Tyrese time, I'm gonna spaz. So he just needed to get back in the rotation, get the minutes up. Game 3, we're going to see Dame again. It'll be the Dame we know, and they're going to come out on top. Then it's going to be a steamroll.
No, I think it will be a game 3, Dame time. They'll come back, and then it will be 3-1, 3-2, Pacers in 6. But
I think this is a home team series. Whoever's home's going to win their home game. I don't as from what I've seen so far. Granted, I need to see a Bucks home game first, technically.
This is true.
But from what I've seen, I like the Bucks. I think they have that potential. They have the star power. They don't lose at home. If they're going to tie it up, Pacers win at home game 5, Bucks win at home game 6. It's going to come down to game 7. Pacers win because they're at home. That's what I think. It's going to be a home team series. Whoever that
Ooh.
I've completely flipped.
Yes.
Pacers in 5, maybe 4.
Fuck yeah. I love this.
Hear me out. It's about to get crazy. Then Giannis gets fucking pissed and asks fucking get out of Milwaukee after this season because he's fucking done.
You got a higher chance of him telling Dame to get the fuck up out of here. Whatever you thought was coming in here has not been okay.
I
don't
agree.
think he's
Milwaukee collapses.
I don't
Milwaukee
agree
gets
with the
swept
whole
and
like.
collapses.
I don't think
He's a
Milwaukee
franchise
collapses in the
player, but yet
playoffs.
Luka got traded, so
I don't think the Milwaukee collapses in the playoffs.
Well, that guy didn't know how important.
What was that, Dylan?
I said, but yet again, Luka got traded. So at this point, anyone can fucking trade it.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Everybody's on the table at that point.
As I say, I don't think the Bucks lose that bad in the playoff. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But I wouldn't be
Look,
surprised if Giannis
you get
wants
swept
to
out
leave.
of Pacers. I don't know.
Look, I can't see why Giannis would want to stay there. He's already brought them a championship. Go somewhere else. Get the hell out of there. It's Milwaukee. What the hell is there to do in Milwaukee? Go somewhere else.
Ball.
Jake gets it. Jake gets it. Here we go.
And be the Greek freak.
Yeah, go.
Hey,
get
all
the
I'm
Greek
saying
somewhere
is,
else. Make it nice.
all I'm saying is, Giannis, we already got a Greek town downtown. It's literally built for you, dog. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, I agree. Next series that we have we're gonna go over to the Western Conference now. We're gonna start it off with the Los Angeles Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. So game number 1,
The Lakers got bodied.
Yeah, they did. The Timberwolves came out and they did what they needed to do because all of a sudden Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid wanted to combine for 50 fucking points because who the fuck saw that coming? Maybe some of you did, maybe some of you didn't. I didn't. And then, anyways, game number 2, the Lakers came back. Luka dropped 31. Austin Reeves struggled. LeBron James struggled. But Luka put the team on his back. And you know what? It's great. Because even though Minnesota got their one game, it's perfect. Because it sets up exactly what we all know, exactly what we all have. Why am I even talking? Take it away, Shannon.
Lakers in 5. 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 It don't matter. Divorce court, child support, Lou Dort. Lakers in 5. OKC, KFC, UFC. Lakers in 5. It doesn't matter. Chris Paul, Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Lakers in 5. Serge Ibaka, Chewbacca, Waka Flocka. Lakers in 5. Tyler Hero, superhero, guitar hero. Lakers in 5. You can have hard, you can have a par, you can get a garden. Lakers in 5. White side, back side, sunny side. Lakers in 5. Phoenix sun, Capri sun, the sun about to set. Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5.
You know, so it is what it is. That's all I got to say. You guys got thoughts?
Listen, the tall ball is what can make the Lakers lose another game. But we already had one in the series in 5. So until it's not possible, I'm not going to back down. But yeah, you can see the Lakers need a center. They big man ain't big man.
No, Jackson Hayes put up a good enough performance in the regular season to make people think that he could play playoff ball, but he can't play playoff ball.
Not against this tall ball squad.
That's exactly what happened.
But it is the perfect team to match up with the Lakers because of their height. So it'll be a tough series.
I'm on the mindset that LeBron and Austin Reeves that have shot 15 for 33 to start this series will get it together, and then that's when you take the Lakers in 5. But yeah. Jakob?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to think of my own Lakers in 5 thing, but I can't. Lakers.
Oh, I mean, Shannon already just said like 6 of them, so I think he got.
Yeah, I can't reuse those. God,
I'm just saying, I think he got you covered. I think you don't have to. I think he said it.
Look, if there's one thing I've seen, obviously the Timberwolves can hang. Now, Anthony Edwards fucked up by taunting Luka, and that's where their downfall is going to be.
You're damn right it is. I don't know why the fuck he would do that.
They came out hot, trying to talk the talk and play the mental game, and I don't think it'll work like that against the Lakers.
He played this game last year, and Luka put this motherfucker on a poster. He made him go viral, and all of a sudden he wants to come in here today and do the same game.
Why not? It's him.
Go ahead.
Your mental game. Hey, talk your shit. I get it.
Games,
Anthony Edwards is almost as great of a player as Luka Doncic.
He told the world he could have played any professional sport he chose at the highest level. And then proceeded to say he could play shortstop, center field, right field.
Well, anyway. Playing the field's the easy part when it comes to baseball. Let's be honest.
I'd
love to see him try and hit a baseball.
He swears
I would too.
I would love to see him put on the hockey skates. That'd be funny.
Talk shit to a mere man. He's gonna do it. He doesn't care.
Anthony Edwards is on the trajectory path to be on the caliber of a Michael Jordan and / Kobe Bryant type of player when it's all said and done. So I'm gonna let that man cook. But Jake wasted our time. Jake can't rhyme. Lakers in 5.
There you go. Thank you. Someone did.
All right. Next series that we got to talk about is
I'm fine in the West.
Is he really? Because game
Let's
number
hear it,
one,
sir.
the score was 131-80, losing by 50 points. Game number 2, they only lost by 19, but John Morant shot like baby shit. I would love to hear this.
Listen, it is not fine in the West.
Was it fucking
We
ever?
knew it wasn't fine.
I don't remember the last time it was. Oh, God.
Honestly, everything was fine in the West before he said that. It's never been the same.
Yeah, I mean, me and Tyler had the game on in the suite, and we looked over, and it was a 10-point game. And I tapped Tyler over on the shoulder, and I said, bro, look at the score. And it was a 30-point game with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. And that kind of told me everything I needed to know about where this game was going to go. And then I listened to Jesse on PlayStation, bitch, for about 10 minutes. How does a team lose by 50 points? I don't know. It's very hard to do in a playoff scenario. But, yeah, they bounced back game number 2 with John Morant saying, we will never play that bad again. And then dropped, I think it was 6 points. So
I'm fine in the West.
Yeah. I think you could just put that across the board for everybody. Let's be honest here.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
Like it.
100%.
Straight.
Now let's talk about my goat, my king.
Yeah, we got the Warriors and we got the Golden State.
Showing the youngins how it's done.
Yeah, we got Golden State and the Rockets, the youngins and the oldens. We got the Warriors took game number 1. Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, aka Playoff Jimmy, did what they did in the play-in, continued to drop bodies. Game number 2 is tonight at 9:30. Nothing has changed for where this series stacks up. It is still the youngins. It is still the old blood. The old blood took
What's
game number 1.
fucking awesome is I guarantee you, like, end of the year, they're like teetering on the play-in, and I guarantee you that, like, Steph and Jimmy were fucking sitting together, and they're like, fuck, whoever gets us is fucked, man.
Yeah, we're about to.
They're like, they don't understand. We're gonna get in on a low seed, set the bar low. Everyone doubts us. Sweep. Sweep. Hey, I don't know. Playoff Hemi and Steph Curry, anything's possible.
Look, when you put the Chef with Jimmy Butler on the same team, it's a recipe for disaster for whoever has to play them.
Yeah.
I said it before the series started. The Warriors were going to win it. Look, this is the Rockets. This is their first playoff appearance with this team, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
They are getting a taste of what the fuck playoff basketball is all about.
Yeah.
I will be very interested to see how they bounce back tonight.
I don't think they do. I think they get another smack in the face at home. I think that's
As
what
a Steph
happened.
Curry supporter, I'm definitely here for that.
That's what I feel like. I feel like I said in the last podcast, we've all played beer league hockey against older guys. Being around long enough, being there and knowing what to do is a lot better than just being young and being able to move.
Listen.
No. The one example I'll give on that, when I played in that high school game against the Red Wing alumni, bro,
Oh,
those
yeah.
motherfuckers cannot skate anymore. They are slow as shit. And I swear to God, we did not touch the puck for like half the game. Sometimes it ain't about how fast or how athletic you are. Sometimes
Just got to be smart.
Smarter.
Yeah. Jesse?
As I support one young team making their first playoff appearance against a team that they don't believe they can, the public doesn't believe they can beat due to a couple, star players. I don't think the Rockets.
Did you use quotes when you said star players?
Jalen Brunson. You can call him
Oh,
stars.
yeah. Okay. I was making sure you were talking about.
We're not talking about
Nick.
Curry.
Okay. All right. I was like, you did not just put quotes around Curry and Butler. That's crazy.
Yes, I did.
All right. I got you. Quotes on the Knicks.
I just feel like this is the worst Warriors team we've seen truly in the playoffs. This isn't like the team that came back and won the finals and got him another ring,
I just feel like besides the people that we talk about every year for the Warriors being the reason they can win, they're just as new. And Houston, they're going to get a bad game out of Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler will give you a bad game.
All I'm going to say is Steph Curry, Tom Brady. If you have them on your team, all of a sudden there's a chance you make it all the way.
Can't disagree.
Yeah.
Can't disagree. We got one more series to talk about in the NBA. In my opinion, we're saving the best for last because
This one's a
holy
banger.
Shit. Game number 1 went into overtime. Kawhi Leonard dropped 22 points. Zubac dropped 21 points in a double-double. James Harden dropped 32 points in a double-double. And that was the losing team. So, yeah. Then you got Jamal Murray dropped 21. Jokic dropped 29, 9, and 12. And then Aaron Gordon 25 and a double-double as well. Game number 2, just as thrilling. Same numbers being put up. Kawhi Leonard, though, I think is the main one to talk about, who shot 15 for 19 with 39 points, which I just think is incredibly hard to do in a playoff scenario.
I'm sorry. For headphone users, I'm sorry. But I had to get some.
And yeah, now we're in a 1-1 series, which I think most people think this is going 6 or 7 because holy shit.
Of course
These
it
teams
is.
are battling.
Of course it is. Fucking Kawhi Leonard. Everybody wants to act like he's not healthy, and he's actually on the court. It's Bron, Curry. Yeah. Like, Bron's not number 1, but fuck you.
It's crazy. You just said that's to Luka, but whatever.
Hey. I'm
That is
taking
what it is.
Talking about like,
It is.
are we talking about like top in the NBA right now? Like,
I'm
Is that what
taking
we're
a healthy Kawhi over Luka every day. Luka can't play defense. Kawhi will give you two-way, 12 boards, 35 points. Clamp down.
hear me out.
He's right.
I'm taking Jokic.
I would take Luka too, but I mean he's right on the defensive side. Luka will not give you the defensive.
Luka
focus,
would not play defense.
but Luka will just continue to throw up shots to you like what the fuck, like Curry, and then he'll just keep banging them in crunch time. And then if he can't make that, he'll weave in and get the N1.
I mean, look, if you're talking about the veteranship in the NBA, then I get what you're talking about. Then that makes sense. There's a lot of young stars who I'd probably take over Kawhi. But when it comes to playoff time, nothing beats veteranship. And Kawhi knows what it takes. He's been there, done it, won it with won 2 championships with 2 different teams. Brought the Toronto Raptors their first and fuck knows how long. You can't doubt Kawhi. And when he comes, and I did it first because he only played 20 the last 20 games of the year after saying he was basically retired to start. So yeah, I had some doubts, but he's shut me up. He's looked really good, and the Clippers have looked really fucking good.
Nuggets,
now, am I that shocked? I guess I shouldn't have been because it's a 4-5 series game.
Nuggets aren't that good.
The Nuggets just have Jokic and Murray.
The way they left 3-point shooters fully open and was like, hey, if you're not MPJ or Jamal Murray, the 3, I'll guard you, but I'm going to let you take a lot of them. They even let Jokic have some fun. Because he going to get his no matter what. But Aaron Gordon, he is fishy. Aaron Gordon is flip-floppy.
Yeah. But Aaron Gordon, at least last year, has shown that in the playoffs, he can perform, especially when they didn't have Jamal. So we'll see if that happens again. That's where we stand for the NBA playoffs. But playoffs does not stop. We're going to immediately roll into the NHL playoffs. So kicking it off in the Eastern Conference, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs taking on the Ottawa Senators. Game number 1 was all Toronto. 6-2 was the final. Tavares scored. Nylander scored. Matthews scored 2 assists. It was a whole just dickening, if you want me to be honest with you. And then game number 2, it was a thrilling game that went to overtime where Max Domi scored the overtime winner. Ottawa's penalty kill cost them 2 goals in that game, which you hate to see. But the key storyline here is Ottawa just needs to be more physical. They've been playing weirdly soft against Toronto, and these skill players are like, okay. Well, more physicality. You got to Chuck. You got these. This is like the bad boys of hockey right now, and I don't feel like I'm seeing the bad boys of hockey right now. And it's the reason why I've liked to Chuck in Ottawa this whole time. I'm not getting any of it right now, and it's kind of.
I'm sorry you're not getting what you want, but the The fucking Leafs are winning this series in 5. They're winning it in 5. The Senators might get one at home. That's going to be it. But Toronto's outmatching them in a lot of categories right now. It's just not good. I have the Leafs winning the fucking cup because I'm a fucking lunatic. And conspiracy theories have driven me to believe that this is the only chance they'll ever get to make it to the cup. So, with that being said, this was completely expected. What?
So that's all I needed to know to hear that this was crazy was conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah. Last time the last time that Boston and Detroit missed the playoffs, Toronto won the cup. That's their last time they won the cup. Boston and Detroit both missed the playoffs this year. Boston hasn't missed the playoffs in forever. And both of these teams have not missed the playoffs in the same year in literally fucking 60 years. So conspiracy or not, I'm riding the fucking Leafs. And you know what? As much as the Leafs have bad luck, like the Lions have for the last fucking, 60 years, the very least, they have a good team to watch. Eventually, they'll probably collapse, but at least on paper, their team is good.
Yeah. All right, next series that we have to talk about is the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers, the Battle of Florida. The Panthers took game number 1, 6-2. Matthew Tkachuk, coming back from a lower body injury, scored 2 goals. Sergei Bobrovsky was a stud. And now we go to game number 2, which is tomorrow at 6:30. I think nothing's really changed how we all feel.
Well, I mean, really only went off one game, but
yeah.
Game 1 went kind of how I predict the series to go. So that's all I really have on that.
Yeah, I was going to say. I think everyone kind of feels the same way they did, which is it's still going to go 6 or 7, right?
I mean, I'd say 5 or 6, but yeah.
Okay, I have 6 as well.
I think I did 5. No, I did 6.
Maybe the Panthers in 6. I hate Tampa. Screw them. Being nice by giving them 2 games.
Yeah, if you're wondering, in this we will also be giving our predictions as well because Luke didn't really help us with that, so we kind of have to do that as we go. But yeah, so we all Jake, what was your Toronto prediction?
Oh, Maple Leafs, 100%.
Okay, Maple Leafs.
I got them riding to the cup. I might not have made a bracket in the Luke's thing or whatever, but cup, Toronto, going to them this year.
Do you have them winning the cup?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Me and Jake are on the same fucking boat.
Oh yeah.
Exact same boat. Okay. Gotcha. That's why I asked. Next series that we have to talk about, which I feel like this series kind of resembles the Rockets and Warriors series, the old grizzled vets and then the young bucks. And boy, did the old grizzled vet that loves to make history come out and do it again in game 1. Alex Ovechkin, who has now become the NHL's all-time leading goal scorer, not only scored, but scored 2 goals in the game, and his second goal was the overtime winner. Capitals won 3-2. We'll start with you, Jakob. How do you see the series going?
I see the Caps taking it 100%. How many games is tough, though. The Canadians.
I got the Caps in 5, bro.
The Canadians put up a way better fight than I thought they would. I mean, the Caps also didn't look like they were at 100%, to be fair. But I felt like the Canadians put up a good fight. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't expect to go to overtime at all. I would like to say Caps in 5, but I might go 6. I don't see it going 7 though.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead, Jesse.
Cavs in 5, and for some absurdly crazy reason, I have the Cavs winning the cup. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me to elaborate. I won't.
You don't really have to. All I can say is beating Wayne Gretzky's record and winning a Stanley Cup in the same year, I would fucking retire.
Yeah. That's the story. That is the perfect way to sail off in the sunset. I originally had Montreal,
even though he said he's coming back next year anyways.
I originally had Montreal winning this series just off of upset, but after watching the game and thinking about it more, I have the Capitals winning in 6. Montreal reminds me of Cleveland a couple years ago where give them 2-3 years with this young team and oh shit, if they don't trade anybody and they go where they're supposed to go, they will be scary, but I just think it's a little bit of a first time in the playoffs, too early. You get a game or 2, but the Capitals will take it. So we all have the Caps winning that series. Next series that we're going to talk about is the Carolina Hurricanes, the team that I have winning the Stanley Cup, are up 2-0 over the New Jersey Devils. Logan Sestowkin scored twice in his playoff debut, becoming the second Hurricane player ever to do so in the first game when they won 4-1. Game number 2, no Jack Hughes, no Jonas Seigen-Heitler, and those are 2 key players for the Devils. Carolina took advantage of it, won 3-1. 2-0 series.
Look, I had this series in my bracket. I have it going 7 games, but if we're not going to be playing all our best players on New Jersey, I don't think it's going 7 games. I have Carolina winning the series. But if I could redo my bracket, I'd probably do it in 5 or 6.
Well, the only thing that worries me, Tyler, is do you remember last year when I felt so confident about this Carolina team, and then for some reason they decided for not just round 1, but round 2, they were just going to win every home game they played and lose every away game they played. So they won 7 round 1 and lost in 6 round 2 because they didn't have enough fucking home games. That's my worry, is that we're going to be in a similar scenario where we're going to go to New Jersey for 2, and then we're going to come back. It's going to be 2-2. And I'm going to go, oh, fuck, down again. So because of that, I haven't seen them win an away playoff
Dylan,
game.
there's a reason I picked it to go in 7.
I was about to say, I haven't seen them win an away playoff game in 14 games. I'm going to take Carolina in 7.
Look,
I'm literally just reading off my bracket. I don't
look. If Toronto didn't have too many things lined up in the universe, Carolina would be my next pick. I love Carolina. I usually, when I do it, I have them going fairly far usually to the Eastern Conference. They got a good team. They got it. They have what they need. They just,
bro. What gets
they
me
can't
is the
figure it
team
out.
defense, bro. They probably have the best team defense overall in hockey.
They got the great, like, all around supporting cast between like all-star players down to your defense to your goalie. Everything works.
And they added.
It's just it works when it works. When it doesn't, things look really bad for them.
They added Taylor Hall, and then who else did they add at the deadline? Somebody else
This year?
Yeah. It was Taylor Hall and somebody else. But I can't remember. But I was going to say, those acquisitions they made at the deadline are helping them as well. Because I saw Taylor Hall with a goal and an assist last game. So, all of it.
I mean, if you had, in my mind, it's Carolina, Toronto, Eastern
They
Conference
got
Finals.
defense. Oh, my phone is breaking. I literally had it. New Jersey Devils have made several trades and roster moves recently, including acquiring defenseman Dennis Chalowski
Not the
and
Devils,
Brian.
not the Devils. Hurricanes.
Oh,
Devils are down 2-0.
okay. Hold on.
You're good.
I was about to give so much
There
good
was a
information
big
on the
player
wrong
at the
team.
deadline that
The
you-
Carolina Hurricanes have recently been involved in several trades, notably acquiring Mikko Rantanen and
Mikko
Taylor
Rantanen,
Hall.
thank you. That's who it was. So, and they acquired Mikko Rantanen and players like that at the deadline. It's another good case for why Carolina. Was
They also acquired Mike Jankowski from the Nashville Predators as well.
I don't really care.
He's a part of that team too. God damn it!
I mean, I'm just saying. You
Care.
have to tell us that. I don't really think anyone needed to know.
Somebody out there was like, "There's one more guy."
Somebody in the
Talking about
comments right
Jankowski.
now. You
Well,
need
you
to
know
tell
what?
me right now you care about Janikowski, and if you don't by the end of this pod, he's wrong.
Look, bro. Someone in the comments right now. You gotta say you care.
That
about
will be his
Jankowski. You gotta
verification.
say
But
it.
if by
You
the end of this
gotta say
pod,
it. Please,
there's
please,
nothing
chat.
about
I'm begging you.
Janikowski,
I'm begging you.
you're wrong.
Tell me you needed that information to move on with your day, or I don't know if I'll be able to move on with mine.
Okay. Let's move over to the Western Conference. This is a series that I genuinely had the Jets winning in 5, and it's looking pretty good that way. The Jets won 5-3 in the first game, led by Kyle Connor's late one-timer with less than 2 minutes to go, which pretty much was the game winner because they got an empty netter after that. And then game number 2, the Jets won 2-1 after Hellebuyck stand on his fucking head. Jets are up 2-0 in the series. Let's start with you, Jesse. How do you see this one playing out?
Thought the Blues might be able to handle it. I don't know about that no more. Don't know about that. But I already took them, so give me Blues and motherfucking 6.
Donnie?
Sorry, I just had to stop. Stop the vacuum upstairs before I could talk. Give me the Jets. They've proven all year that they're a top-notch team. I love the Blues, and going into it, I was like, the Blues are rolling hot going into the playoffs. They got that vibe like they did when they won the cup, and then they went down 0-2, and I realized, maybe they're not that playoff team they were in 2019.
Yeah, maybe Hellebuck is that guy.
Yeah, I got the fucking Jets, baby.
You got him in 5. like me?
Maybe. Oh, talk about to get this squirrel. Hold up. I didn't get it.
I got the Blues in one home game. That's it.
Yeah, I have the Jets in 5.
Okay.
In my bracket, and it looks like that's going to be kind of how this win.
And I say it every year, and I'm going to say it again. The whiteout by Winnipeg, God, it's the best thing in playoff hockey. It is.
It really is.
Electric.
It rivals Penn State's whiteout, but like those two together is great.
Well, because the difference is you see all the people in the stadium, then they show the pavilion of all the people outside the stadium who are all in white, like they're in that motherfucker. So I love it. All right. Next game that we have to talk about is the Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche. This series is tied up at 1. Game number 1, Avalanche, 5 Stars 1. It was a pretty brutal beatdown from start to finish by the Avalanche. Dallas did kill off 3 penalty kills, but I mean, come on now. It was too much. Game number 2 was a little more interesting, where this one went into overtime, where Colin Blackwell for the Dallas Stars scored the overtime winner, Colorado's Devin Taves and Charlie Coyle scored, but it wasn't enough to win. Series is tied at 1. Very competitive series, in my opinion. How are we feeling? Who wants to start?
I'll go first, bro.
I was gonna say, you start with me. I'll be real quick, but
all right.
I got Dallas in 6.
Okay, I agree. I have that as well. I have Dallas in 6 as well, so I'll just piggyback off you. That's in my bracket. So
that's all I got.
Yeah.
I don't care how many games it takes. I can't stand Colorado as a Detroit fan. I never liked them, never will. Dallas in however many games it takes.
Okay, that was a completely biased take, but
that's how it's been.
Knowing that it was biased.
I get it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, Jesse.
I think Dallas falls on it in 7 games, and the Avalanche take it at the end.
I hate you.
Hey, someone's got to say the things for the Colorado people. All 2 of the fans they have out there.
Yeah, I am a fan, but
not on this side of the country.
The Green, I don't know if the Stars are going to get it done. I want them to, but
the Stars, for some reason, are a team that I never, and I think Tyler's the same way with me when he makes his bracket. They're a team that I never really think about in the regular season. Then I get to my playoff bracket, and I'm like, oh, I have them in my Final 4. Oh, I have them winning.
Same. Literally me every year. I'm like,
year,
I think about the roster construction. I think about who their goalie is and all that, and I'm like, yep, they're beating that. Oh, they're beating that. Oh, well, all of a sudden I have them going 2 series. Okay.
And that's how
I do have them losing to Winnipeg this year, though.
I have them in my conference championship against Carolina. So
we're gonna differ then as soon as we get after.
I just think it's very interesting that the Stars are that team that no one really ever talks about, and then come playoff time. What I mean by that is they normally.
It's because the fucking otter just turns on and just stops all the.
Dallas will never play Carolina, so I don't know why you said you have them in the conference.
I have Dallas in my conference
Stanley
final.
Cup. You could.
Yeah. Dylan said he has them playing Carolina in his conference final.
Hold up.
Well, Dylan's stupid.
I have them right here. Tyler, you're going to like this. I have them playing Winnipeg, just like you do, but then I have them going to the Cup to play Carolina.
There you go. That was
where I was.
Oh, you got Dallas in the Cup?
Yep.
Bro, you just want to hear this shit real quick? I got fucking I got the Oilers. I got the Oilers playing the Leafs, bro.
The Oilers.
And I got the Oilers beating the Leafs. I want Toronto to get to the Cup. That's like their conspiracy plays in that they'll get there, but then they collapse.
Don't take this the wrong way, because I know you'll know what I mean by this, but it looks like just a casual fan just made that bracket.
Look, I get it.
I'll take McDavid
I get it.
and Austin Matthews.
This is McDavid's 10th fucking year in the league.
But I get it, yeah.
He needs a cup. So he is going to do everything he fucking can to get there. And the conspiracy is what got me to get the East Coast, to get Toronto out of the East. That's how we got there. So it's one guy needs it to like validate his career, and the other one is fully based on conspiracy. Mostly because I'm mad that the Red Wings aren't in the East because they didn't make the fucking playoffs for the 10th straight year in a row, or 9th, whatever the fuck.
9.
So, going on a decade of no Red Wing playoff hockey, so I don't really give a fuck about the East.
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
I got the rising star who needs to prove himself. Fucking McDavid losing to the old G Ovechkin.
Dang.
Not a passing of a torch situation, is it?
Nah, apparently not. Obi said, "This is my fucking torch. I'm keeping this shit."
next series that we got is
This is Russia.
we got Fuller's Minnesota Wild against Jake's Vegas Golden Knights.
Where's my jersey?
Game number 1, the Knights won 4-2. Brett Howden scored twice, plus an empty netter. That was a 4-2 victory over Minnesota. Game number 2, the Wilds came back. Kaprizov scored his first goal of the series, and Aiden Hill struggled pretty bad in net. Wild won 5-2. Series is tied 1-1. Game number 3 is tomorrow. Donnie, we'll start with you because we all know what you're going to say.
Well, look, maybe it's a shock. I don't know. I'm not going to say the Wild are going to totally win it. Based off what I've seen on the recap of the games, it's a toss-up. I mean, I like Vegas, and I wish they would win. I want them to win. But in deep down in my heart, I think the only reason I give Minnesota shit is because Fuller's a fan. I like this Wild team. I've always kind of liked the Minnesota Wild. Like, when it comes to playoff time, at least. Regular season, I really don't care. Playoff time, when they make it, they're a dark horse, man. They make it, and they don't ever make too much noise.
They don't ever do anything when they make the playoffs.
Dude, everyone loves an underdog. Everyone.
They don't do anything. They make the playoffs. Okay? They suck.
I told you I want Vegas to win.
Suck. They make the playoffs. They
don't put
suck.
Don't put words in my mouth. I picked Vegas to win.
I'm putting words out of my own mouth.
No, it's okay.
They make the playoffs, and then they suck.
Regular season Wild. Then they get to the playoffs. Every year.
I won't argue that. I won't argue that at all. Like all I was saying was like, look, I like an underdog, and when it comes to playoff time, I like to see Minnesota do something because they usually never do.
So would all of Minnesota's fans for the last decade. They would love to see Minnesota do something in the playoffs. I'm going to say what I said last year. Prove me wrong. Go win a series, and not only win a series, win it in 6. Win it with putting your dick on the table and saying, we got Kaprizov as one of the best players in hockey. We're going to come out here. We're going to beat the dog shit out of these Vegas Golden Knights. But they're not going to. They're going to lose in 6 to Vegas.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's how it looks in my bracket.
Look. If they were playing anybody else, then
I'll be that guy. And I've said it to Fuller.
I will not pick over Vegas.
And
Vegas is going to win.
Fuller is a Minnesota Wild fan who has admitted that he knows the second they get to the playoffs, it's just shit. Yes. So I will ride Vegas for one series, but don't get confident over there. That's all I can say. Last series that we have to talk about in the NHL playoffs is the Kings and the Oilers. They've only played one game, and it feels like they've played 3. Game number one was, as Luke would say, because he's not here, how most of these playoff series have gone the last couple of years. One team gets their footing in, one team feels confident, starts to gain a lead. Oh, they're up by 3. You check back in, it's 5-3. You check back in, it's 5-5. You check back in, it's 6-5, and the Kings come back and win. 11 goals in game 1. Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, along with 5 other people scored in this game. But only one game is played. Game 2 is tonight. How do we see this series going?
This game 1 was more entertaining than some of these other teams' entire series will be.
Yeah, correct.
So, look, I got the Oilers. I had the Oilers in 5. I honestly think that was the one game that the Kings are going to get.
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. You might get mad at me. I have the Kings winning this series. I have the Kings in 7 games winning this series. I know this is my reasoning. There's no conspiracy or anything. This is just how I see it playing out. McDavid goes to the Cup last year. He loses in the Cup. He comes back. He loses round 1. And then the next year, He went to the Cup. That's just how I see it playing out. I know your bracket has them going to the Cup. It's just,
Look, I'm not gonna get mad at you for having them losing. It's
that's
hockey.
just how I feel. I have the Kings in 7.
If this was basketball, I'd fucking smack you in the face.
Oilers 6. Still 6.
Oilers in 6. Donnie?
Look, if Luke was here, I'd give him his props because when we were talking about this the other day, he was just bouncing back and forth, thinking the Kings had a chance, and I kept telling him to shut the fuck up because I didn't think the Kings had a chance. And then they went go and win the game, which I didn't think was going to be even close. I want the Oilers. But here I am again where don't count the Kings out.
Yeah.
Clearly, they've shown that they can beat this team. And if the Oilers really want to prove it and move on and show that they're still that top-notch team that made it to the Cup last year, they're going to have to go and do more. They're going to have to play better. Obviously, the Kings got some kinks to work out because you can't give up 4-goal leads every fucking game and expect to win.
Yeah.
But don't count them out. They got the potential to make it to at least the next round.
I have to agree. All right, that is playoffs. That is playoffs for not just hockey, but also basketball. We got one thing for baseball and then one question for me, and then we'll get to picks.
Because this is the only championship you'll ever get. You can't during the regular season to save your
Right
life.
center field. Jones still on the move, running out of room, and he makes it. Come on in. 1-1 from Dodson. Batista with a drive. Deep left field. No doubt about it. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs win the World Series. Bryant makes the play. It's over.
All right, so I originally had nothing for baseball, but Jakob sent me something as this podcast was starting. There was an Ole Miss catcher named Austin Fowley who got up to the plate with the bases loaded, hit a grand slam, and what makes it special is his mother caught the ball. And it got my brain juices thinking. So, here's the question. If you could have any human, family member, celebrity, whoever it may be, catch your first home run ball, who would you want it to be?
My
See,
son.
I got different answers.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, Jesse,
My son.
you want Lucius catching that ball?
Yeah.
That's not fair. He's got a kid.
Uh-huh.
Have one
Donnie?
then if you're so jealous.
Look. Okay. If I was to be sentimental, I'd probably want my mom to catch it. That's what. But if Ryan Reynolds happened to catch my baseball, I
I
would
knew
win.
it was fucking coming.
You'd be like, oh my God, can you sign that ball, please?
I was gonna say Ryan Reynolds.
On a real note, no. Like, outside of celebrities, I'd want a family member to catch it. If it wasn't my mom, somebody in my family. I want number one, my mom.
Okay, Tycho, first career home run. Who do you want catching it?
Big Mike.
Oh, Big Mike would lose his mind.
He'd lose his fucking shit, dude. He would lose his shit.
He'd hit his first home run towards me.
Because he'd be like, you gave me these tickets and these seats, and then you hit it to the seat. That's sick. And it's Big Mike.
Damn, you guys all went sentimental. I kind of don't want to say my answer anymore.
Who's catching your ball, Dylan?
Kermit.
Rhea Ripley.
No, I wasn't. That would be amazing. I would love that. No, my original answer when I was thinking about it was like I was going to celebrity.
Fuck you, Dylan.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck
There you
you.
go. There you go.
Fuck
There's
you,
the
Dylan.
clarification. He cares about Janikowski. I was gonna say somebody that I'd want to meet. So I was gonna say somebody like I would want like Kevin Hart or somebody to catch the ball so that I could have to meet him and get my ball back. But you guys all went the sentimental route. Now I just feel like an asshole.
I don't think there's a wrong answer here.
There isn't a
But
wrong
yeah,
As long as it's not someone random person
Also,
who's
I'm
just
just
gonna
feeling if
sell
Kevin
it for.
Hart caught my baseball. He didn't catch it. He got hit by it and somehow ended up with it. So, don't lie. He didn't.
Somehow
catch
it rolled to him.
And I need to know how that happened. So I'm gonna go with him. All right. We got one more question, then we'll roll the hell out of here. Tyler and Jakob, I give you guys a little time to think about it throughout the podcast. Jesse, you're kind of getting put on the spot, so we'll save you till last. So,
Maybe I want to go first.
sports event that just doesn't live up to the hype, excluding the All-Star game and All-Star activities because all of those suck. Tyler, you said that you have one that you don't want to have, but you have one. You're muted.
Like I told you before the podcast, it's not one that I had 2-3 years ago, but it's one that I have now, and I think I'm going to have it for a while.
Okay.
The college football playoff / national championship.
Damn
This
shame that I
giant
understand
fucking
where you're
bracket,
coming
this system they got going right now, it's not living up to the hype.
from. Not it for you.
That's what I think.
And I think a lot of people sadly agree, especially what they just saw this year.
I don't want to agree. I don't want people to have to agree, but if you think about, things that were built up to be this big great thing, and is it really living up to it?
I hate what college sports are now, so I agree.
I'll give mine next. I have the NBA championship because I think the NBA championship is the one that gets the most media coverage consistently from all media outlets, whether it be CBS, whether it be ESPN, whether it be from the top of the mountain to the bottom of the mountain. The most coverage that you're seeing, whether it be commercials, what it is, advertisements, is the NBA championship. And 9 times out of 10, just looking off of how the series have been played over the last couple of years, I can think of one good competitive series. One. So
The last time I was genuinely interested in the NBA Finals was Curry versus Braun.
I was gonna say the one I'm thinking of is when the Raptors won in 7, when the Raptors beat Golden State in 7. That's the last genuinely good series. And then you go back to Braun and Curry. How many NBA championships happened before that, or since that? Probably about 5 in that span, 5 or 6 or more. So
The only championship I'd argue that was even somewhat close to being as good would be the Bucks championship in 22.
yeah, I agree with Phoenix. I give you that as
That'd
well.
be the
But
only one I'd
majority of
argue.
them, I just think get the most media coverage and continuously underdeliver.
I'm gonna play in on Dylan's kind of side here. It's still NBA related. The play-in tournament / in-season championship. Both of them I could care fucking less. I don't know why.
I've never even watched the
play-in tournament. I
in-season
hate
tournament.
I hate the play-in tournament. I can't believe the NBA thought that was going to be a great idea.
Yeah,
You got 10 seeds fighting for an 8 seed just to get swept by the 1 seed. Like they're a 10 seed for a reason. They're 10 games under 500. Why are they even having a chance? And then the play-in tournament is just another way to give teams who can't make the playoffs or won't go far in the playoffs a chance to win a championship.
It's
And then they
another
get a
chance
banner.
for those teams' owners to pack out their stadium one more
Exactly.
time before the season's over. Make a little bit more money.
it's a damn
So
shame.
yeah, those are the one, or I guess technically 2 things that I can't stand out on sports. It's ridiculous.
Jesse.
So, after thinking, with the little time I have, I've come to the conclusion. The home run derby. I'm going to go a little outside the box.
Okay.
They switched the format, thinking it would make it better. No, I'm not. I missed it. The matchups were better.
Agree.
Did you switch the format?
I disagree with you, actually. I think the format's
mean-
better with the timer, with the outs. I like that one better. I just thought the matchups, you were getting consistent times where you would get to the finals and it would just be, okay, we all know what's going to happen. The dude who has less home runs is going to bat first. The dude who has more home runs is going to win. And it was year after year with Aaron Judge, walk-off home run. Bryce Harper at home, walk-off home run, because it was everyone knew was happening. The format last year wasn't like that. So I'm actually going to have to disagree with you on that.
I'm still processing.
I don't recall this having anything to do with agreeing or disagreeing, so keep your shit to yourself.
I'm
That's
just
fair
saying.
I'm playing.
I'm sorry. I had an opinion.
I didn't ask. I told, and I thought this was a safe space. Clearly, it's not.
It just-
I mean, I see where Jesse's coming from. It's a home run derby. What are you going to see? Home run? Yeah,
What?
that's the whole point. I don't know. It's
What did you just say?
I appreciate the backing, but I do the talking. Don't worry, I got it.
Jake
I'll
goes,
stop.
I mean, it's a home
Sorry.
run derby. What do you expect? A home run.
exactly. That's my point. It's like,
Let's move
what
the
else are you
fuck
gonna
on.
see? I mean, cool. They're gonna line drive a 10-year-old in center field because they put the kids on the field.
I don't think we've seen that actually.
Go look it up. Go look it up. Last
We
last
all
couple
went
years,
this
it's happened.
way, and Jake went like that. We're all
Look,
screwed here.
I just put my
Jake's
opinion out
here.
there. My apologies. I didn't disagree with Jesse, so he couldn't tell me to shut up. So
Nothing you're
Like I
saying
said,
is wrong.
appreciate
It
it.
just came out of left field. It just-
I mean, look, if it was a line drive contest, that's all I'm saying. I'd watch.
Okay,
Oh my lord.
That's
let's
crazy.
get to picks before Donnie says something he might not want to.
That's a double doink. 200.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Paul DeYoung, nowhere to go.
All right, let's get. Let's get to MLB.
Yeah.
picks. Okay. Thursday at 1:35 p.m., we have the Seattle Mariners taking on the Boston Red Sox. Brian Wu is taking on Garrett Crochet.
Ooh, you know where Seattle's at, dude? You know where Seattle's at?
I'm fine in the West.
They are in the West.
Seattle's out west.
They are in the
They're
West.
fine in the West. Give me Seattle.
Yeah, but they don't have anybody dumb enough on their team to say that.
Exactly.
If I had a flag, I would throw it on the face. Unnecessary robbery. Flagrant 2 and just ejection.
And we beat motherfuckers up. Anyone else got any questions?
Oops.
We're not fine in the West, so I don't know why we need to like bring it back up. All right,
I'm fine in the West.
Bigger than 5. Bigger than 5.
All right, let's get to game number.
I didn't even get the pick. Give me the fucking Red Sox.
I didn't even get to you, Jesse.
Red
right?
Sox. I didn't hear anyone pick. I
Red Sox.
don't think anyone
No one
picked.
did.
No one
I
picked.
took the
I didn't-
Mariners.
Tyler's
My
going
flag on
with
the
it.
way.
I had a pick.
Tyler took the Mariners, and Dylan's like, all right, let's move on.
Sorry.
We're done.
Jakob, you have the Red Sox, right?
Yeah, I'll give you the Red
Yeah,
Sox.
Jesse, you as well.
Yep.
All right, we got a split here because I am riding the Big Dumper and the Seattle Mariners.
I just wanted to say this last time Jesse rode with me, the Cubs beat the Orioles.
This is true. This is true.
You know what's crazy? I was totally watching the Cubs to be Diamondbacks. Isn't that the game it was?
Yeah, and the Cubs beat
Thought
them
it was
like
the
a
Orioles.
13.
Okay, you're right. Sorry, my apologies. I
Relax,
knew it was the
bud.
Cubs.
Relax.
I'm sorry.
Like an attack. I would never choose your Cub over my bird.
That's what I thought it was. My apologies.
I mean, hey, the Orioles did lose 24-2.
They've lost a lot of bad games.
That shit was
Hey, we don't talk
crazy.
about that one. We don't talk about that one, all right?
Easter, At home with God watching. Jesus.
I don't know what you're talking about. That game didn't happen.
Yeah, I know, right? It didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about.
It fucking happened. We all watched it. Ellie David Cruz
I don't know what you're talking about.
pooped on you.
Game 2.
Game number 2, we have Drew Rasmussen with a 0.87 ERA from the Tampa Bay Rays, going to take on the quote-unquote ace of the Arizona Diamondbacks, Corbin Burns. Tampa Bay, Arizona.
Give me Tampa Bay.
Give me Arizona.
Ooh.
Do we know who's on the mound yet?
Yes, I just revealed both of them.
Hey, I have other things. My bad.
I'm fine in the West.
You deserve that.
No, I don't. I'm sick of this hater. Put the
That
bottle
was
down.
that was
Put the bottle
deserved.
down. Quit drinking. It's
That's the
0-2.
man who's got the control.
They down 2-0. I mean 0-2. They clearly not good.
Bro, wait till they get swept.
Oh my God! Look at that puppy. It just got hit by a car and it's dying. Stupid ass puppy. Shouldn't have been running in the damn road. Why are you running in the damn road, you dumbass? That's what you get. Like, that's how it feels right now. We're down. We're dead. Okay? Why are you kicking? Why are you kicking?
I agree.
That one felt better than the one I did before.
Drew Rasmussen with a 0.87 ERA and Corbin Burns from the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Oh, Corbin's gonna get lit up. Give me.
Look at that. Was this going to be a baseball trend? Me and Jesse riding together. Let's go, dude.
I really hope it's not because I have Tampa Bay.
That's a good thing because so do we.
Oh, yeah. So ties on an island. Okay.
We like that.
You
All
wouldn't
right.
be if we had our fifth member.
Game number 3.
Yeah, God bless.
For real.
Bigger than 5.
Wrong button. Game number 3. Baltimore.
He's got that one on the magic board at 1, 2, 3, 4.
The Baltimore Orioles are
You
taking
little
on
liar.
the Detroit Tigers Friday at 6:40. Oh God. Pitchers
Tigers
are Brandon
obliterate.
Young for the Baltimore Orioles, Casey Mize for the Detroit Tigers.
Oh, it's the first Friday night fireworks of the season. Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers. I like the Orioles, but we're at home, right? We're at home.
Yep.
Yeah, Tigers.
10-game homestand, boss.
AC Mize
Brandon Young.
is, quality start, 0 runs, cruise through victory, 8-0.
Wow.
And that's coming from the Orioles
Seeing
fan.
the score drop. Okay.
It's coming from the Orioles fan. So that tells you what you need to know.
I'll tell you, I
people.
didn't see that one coming.
Not
Yeah,
a fan of this
I am,
pitching squad.
I'll make
I
it.
thought it'd be close.
I'll make it a Tiger sweep. We just, we're playing great baseball right now. We get to play the top three teams in baseball. We've won all 3 series, and everyone else in our division sucks besides Cleveland.
We got swept
So-
by the Dodgers.
Oh yeah, that's true. But we beat the Padres. We beat the Yankees. And we
Yankees.
already got the Dodgers shit out of the way, so we don't have to deal with them ever for the rest of the season.
Not until the World Series.
Yep. All right, those are all 3 games. One more time.
Bigger than 5. Bigger than 5. Bigger than 5. Bigger.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching the pod. Do you
I
guys
can't,
have
bro.
anything-
Shannon Sharp does nothing good for ESPN. Why do you think he's gonna do good for us?
I mean,
Listen.
Stop putting his face. Stop putting
all
his face
alleged.
on the screen.
Oh,
He
no,
is
no.
not a
It's all
good
alleged.
image right now.
This is all alleged, and if you're watching this video and this was monetized, sorry, this was my fault. But at the same time, it's all alleged. Now this has been proven. You saw his video today?
Has done great things for ESPN.
We're gonna wrap it up before we say something that might get us canceled.
Don't ask Paul Heyman.
I know you're not talking.
Well, I'm just saying about Shannon. Shannon's I'm not, okay. Thank you guys for watching the podcast. We appreciate all of you. Check us out on the socials at Ride the Tide 586. Check us out on X, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, on all the socials besides Twitch, because we don't post on there. So stop getting it that we do, because we don't.
You literally put us live on Twitch today. Like we're live right now on Twitch.
What's going on, Twitch? We are also live, and you can subscribe and follow us on there as well. Hit that little bell for notifications, so when we do go on Twitch, it will be a surprise to you and us as well.
You clicked it when you started it, bro.
Well, you're welcome, Twitch people. Tyler doesn't like you. I'm the only way you get these podcasts. The truth is out, and now you all know. We'll see you Wednesday with more shit. The draft is tomorrow. Oh, we got a pod for you next week. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.